things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair for all concerned? Third, will it Fourth, will it be beneficial for all concerned? Thank you.
Thank you, Bade Group Leader, and thank you, President. The objective of Rotary. The objective of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. The advancement of international understanding, the application of ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal business and community life. And 4, the advancement of the international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service.
Good morning once again to this wonderful event, which is a double. We have an installation and still we have doubling with having also an induction of our members. Can we clap to the Almighty for giving us this wonderful time? All of you agree that if you look at the high table, there's somebody who has a face that is all smiles and glittering, and that's our incoming brand new president. And we are honored to have President Placid ready to hand over the chain and instruments of power. And presiding over the function, Placid, I don't see the smile. Who wants a smile? Who wants that smile? Serving and ending your year is no mean achievement. Take clap for Placid. We are also honored to have with us past district governor, Governor Stephen Mwanje, who is more or less a member of this club. Thank you, Governor Stephen. We have our incoming AG, a lady in red. Stand up here for. We are honored to have with us other past district governors and also Governor nominee designate. We are humbled by your presence. And we are also humbled to have colleagues from neighboring districts. And we have our own, famously known as Jaja Muzungu. And people who are attending virtually, the whole of the morning crew is here. Oh, wonderful. They are not online, but they are here physically. We really thank you very much. We know the rains have been heavy in some areas and the others have had a drizzle, but we thank all of you in your respective capacities for attending. People are virtual, the room is full. But we would like you to come and join us. The standing and the breakfast is just looking very nice. So we straight away go to the program. We intend to keep it short and sweet. Let me hand over to President Placid. And we are going to have the function in 2 parts. We are going to have, first of all, President Placid give her remarks. And then we will have somebody introduce our incoming president. And we straight away go to the installation. After the installation, we'll have the induction. We would like to apologize that we are not going to have the detailed account of the year. You know, having an installation in 1 hour is no mean achievement. And also we want to be strict so that people are online, we don't waste their time. So the detailed report by President Placid will be done in a formal state of club affairs event that will be a special fellowship. Over to you, President. Thank you.
Thank you, PP Fred. Dear governors here present, pastor present, they are all our governors. And D, DG and D, all the assistant governors, the district officials for both the districts 9213 and 9214, and all the Rotarians and Rotractors present, and finally, my fellow amazing sunrisers. A very warm good morning, and thank you for honoring our invite and all voluntarily choosing to join us this beautiful morning as we welcome into leadership our Hope President Wilson Kibuka Bosa. Today is Wilson's day, as it has been said, and therefore, on my part, I will limit myself to just appreciations. Firstly, I would like to thank my amazing district governor, Mike Sebalu, who has led from the front and kept us energized throughout the Imagine Rotary year. Thank you. And to our amazing assistant governor, Aubrey Agaba, thank you for keeping Area 12 together and for working with us on bumpy and rocky paths, in the mud and on the tarmac. Sometimes we did fly, and I hope that brought a smile on your face. Please know that we enjoyed and appreciated working with you. To my amazing Sunrise family, it seems like yesterday when we all talked of the imaginary leadership that sooner than later turned into an amazing encounter and experience of anyone's dreams. My dear Sunrisers, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve, to learn, and to rediscover myself. It no doubt feels better than yesterday because I better understand perseverance, resilience, and the power of silence, among others. It has been a good and eventful trip. My navigators, the board with whom I have been privileged to serve, and my anchors in the name of advisors from both within and outside the Sunrise borders. Thank you for your invaluable support and hard work that has been key in ensuring that we are today proudly delivering a healthy, vibrant, and amazing 17-year-old club to the amazing hope creator, leader, P.E. Wilson Kibuka Bosa. You have been a great team, and I will forever cherish your commitment and unconditional love and service above self. Thank you, and be blessed always. I would also like to recognize in a special way my seniors, the past presidents. You have been amazing partners and a blessing. Thank you for walking the journey of service with me from 1st July 2022 to date. Last but not least, my exceptional appreciation goes to club officers, including committee chairs and the body group leaders. Thank you for your unwavering support. Nothing could have been achieved without your commitment and teamwork. In absentia, I gratefully acknowledge my family who over the year have gone an extra mile to share their resources with me and to give me the confidence and the courage to move on. I thank them too. And now, to you, mukulu munnange, incoming hope, creator Wilson. I'm available and I will be available wherever my support shall be required. However, today, the 6th day of June 2023, I respectfully, willingly, and peacefully relegate myself to the back seat. So, you take the lead. The relay continues. I have run my race. I might have tripped or staggered, but I definitely did not fall. Please take the baton and run faster. Don't fall into the potholes that caused me to slow down. Take an alternative road if you must. And where I gain the speed, you may try that route again. I wish you the very best in your new journey of service and enjoy the trip. Amazing buddies, the Sunrise team, let us support our own President Wilson to create hope in the world, and let us be his amazing winning team. As I conclude, I encourage all of us here present, Rotarians, Rotractors, and non-Rotarians, do not shun leadership roles. It is an adventure worth your time and energy. It is an opportunity to learn and grow, for I'm a lot better than I was on day one of my presidency. Once again, thank you for trusting me and giving me the opportunity to lead you. It has been a journey I will always cherish, and no doubt a difficult one to wipe out of my life journey. For whatever did not measure up to your expectations, I apologize and I accept responsibility. And for wins we have achieved, I give the credit to you all, for you made it happen. Thank you for being the amazing team you are. May showers of blessings be upon you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Placid. Summarizing a year in 5 minutes is no mean achievement. Secondly, I would like to appreciate that you've kept time and given your speech in the time that was allotted to you. And most importantly, your choice of words is super. It defends you having gone to Namagunga. The choice of words is spot on. So members, let's move on to the next program. Can I request President Pauline Wantante to come and, Pauline, kindly come and give us the biodata of our guest of honor. This event is being televised live on Family TV. Put on the best smile that you can have.
Thank you, PP Fred, President of Presidents in the Rotary Club of Sunrise Kampala. Good morning, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests here present. Past District Governor Stephen Mwanje, we are honored to have you here. I'm indeed humbled and honored to introduce a friend of mine and my past leader while in UCB. Past District Governor Stephen Mwanje is a highly accomplished businessman with diverse interests in finance, automobile, and public transport. He is currently the Managing Director and CEO, Bridge Credit Finance Limited, the Executive Chairman, Ashland Motors Africa Limited, Founder and Executive Chairman of Tondeka Metro Company Limited. He sits on several boards that include Health Heart Foundation, Uganda Biodiversity Fund, Speak Resort Munyonyo. He chairs the boards of the following: Diocesan Advisory Committee for Centenary Bank, the Buganda Investment and Commercial Undertakings Limited. In Rotary, Stephen is a member of the Rotary Club of Mukono, an honorary member of the Rotary Clubs Kampala North, Kampala South, and Chisugu, Victoria View. He serves as a major gifts advisor, Health AOF at RI, Rotary International, that is. The District International Services Committee Chair, District 9213, the board chairman of the Uganda Rotary Cancer Program, and the patron of the Uganda Family Health Program. Stephen is happily married to Dorothy, a Rotarian from the Rotary Club of Chisugu, Victoria View. I hand you over to Stephen. Thank you.
Can I request past President Jane Kabugo, popularly known in our club as a MD, and other people usually refer to her as Mama Bubbles. President Jane, kindly give us the biodata of our incoming president, and thereafter, all of us will warm up our seats to have what will follow.
Thank you, our dear MC. Let me stand this side. I am honored and privileged to be the one to introduce our incoming president. This is also because I introduced him to Rotary. And therefore, I am a very proud Rotarian, because I think this is the third president I have introduced into Sunrise. So I'm making presidents, I'm getting presidents. So that's why you see I am very excited. Our incoming president is a self-driven, hardworking, able to work with minimum supervision, with a banking experience spanning over 32 active years in branch, international, global markets, credit, and project management operations. This gentleman you see before you went to school, and she holds a Master's of Art in Economic Policy Management from Makerere University. She is also a graduate. Sorry, he is a graduate of Bachelor of Science, Economics, and Statistics with honors. During her working experience, sorry, guys, forgive me, I think I'm too excited, but just forgive me. During his working experience, he got through a number of trainings. He got an award of Global Leadership Achievement Certificate in Senior Leadership Development by Standard Bank Group from the Global Leadership Center in South Africa. He also attended the People Performance Group recruitment of high performers. Attended City Dealer Training Course in 2005 at Stanbic Africa. He trained in entry client training for real-time gross settlement system, RTGS, at Parago Financial Infrastructure Solutions in Kampala. He also attended and was awarded an association. Now this one is difficult for me to pronounce. Combisite International Settlements Certificate. The course content focused on handling of confirmation, settlement, reporting processes under global markets operations, specifically on Forex, foreign exchange, and money markets. He has also done derivatives and government bond deals training, branch power and credit course, branch accounting and operations, that is from the Uganda Institute of Bankers. He attended export-import trade regulation by financial and commercial institutions, export costing, pricing, and preparations of quotations, from the Eastern Southern Trade Promotion and Training Center of Nairobi. He has also done foreign exchange transactions, letters of credit, documentary collections from Ghana Commercial Bank, London. He attended various courses, including induction course, elementary banking course, cashier teller course, intermediate banking course, foreign bills from Uganda Commercial Bank Limited, Kampala. Working experience. Our incoming president is a project manager, and he did a project management enablement functions at Stanbic Bank, Uganda, between 2015 and 2016. This was responsible for delivery of projects falling under finance, risk, HR, audit, compliance, credit, and other projects assigned on ad hoc basis from operations. He was a project manager, strategic projects, Stanbic Bank, Uganda, 2014, July up to December 2014, responsible for delivery of strategic core projects falling under operations. Project manager, core banking projects, Stanbic Bank, Uganda, 2014, to July 2014, responsible for delivery of core projects falling under operations. Manager payments, Stanbic Bank, Uganda, April 2013 to February 2014, responsible for delivery, Stanbic Bank payments. Payments and operations lead, Stanbic Bank, Uganda, core banking project. This was from Feb 2011 to April 2013. Responsible for delivery of payments and operations solutions. This was when I actually got to work very closely with our incoming president. Manager operations support, Stanbic Bank, Uganda. Manager treasury bank. I think you can see that the list is very long. If I complete it, we may stay here till lunchtime. Allow me to skip some of the roles that he has done, but he has really done a lot. As you know, 30 years or 32 years is a long time. But let me conclude by saying, in terms of communication, he says, these are his words, and I quote, "I have been grilled through the rigor of effective communication, both through academic and on-job training, which helped me to keep in management position throughout my career." End quote. On leadership, start the quote again. "I'm a seasoned leader." Excuse me. "And I have been exposed to senior leadership training by Standard Bank in Johannesburg. I joined Rotary in 2013, and we have served as secretary for two consecutive, and he has served as secretary for 2 consecutive years, 2015, 2016, and 2016, 2017. He was club administrator, presidential nominee of the Rotary Club of Sunrise, Kampala for the Rotary year 2021-2022. This is what I received as his profile, but I want to say some of the things I know about him from myself. I know that he's a very dedicated individual, very committed when he has taken on a challenge. He's dependable and reliable, because when he says he will do something, he always does it. The other thing that I know most Sunrisers know about you is you are a very structured person, very organized, and you produce high quality work from that structure. Ladies and gentlemen, Rotarians and guests, this is our president-elect, Rotarian Wilson Chibuka Bosa. I present to you.
Thank you, Rotarian Jane. I want to collect the one. When she kept on saying she, remember here in Sunrise we had several ladies. The gentlemen in the room, we clap for President Wilson. who is going to change the script from she to he. Subsequently, we'll have different he's. You just watch the space. The next 3 years or so, we're going to have a very good script. So, Jane, you better start practicing. He has. He has. So, we come to the moment I've had a change in the program. Those of you who have this, this is where we had the introduction of the incoming. That one will be done slightly later. I want us to go to the moment of today, which is installation of our president. The breakfast, our president. The breakfast is ready. The ushers who are part of the organizing committee will silently usher you to the breakfast table so that we do not have commotion of many people moving. Over to you, our chief guest. I think we do us the honors. It's now you to install, but you will give your remarks later on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our MC. Allow me to stand on the protocol that was observed earlier on, and to save time, I go straight into the business that brought us here this morning. But to begin with, I think you are not being very fair to outgoing president. Said that hand clap was not fair for a job that he said that. Thank you. Those of you, especially Sunrisers, who have seen what she has done and the circumstances, they should really appreciate her more. Thank you very much. But members, as you all know, in our Rotary organization, no matter how good or lousy you are, at the end of the year, time comes and you have to pass on the baton to the next leader. And it's therefore my honor now and privilege to request President Priscilla to stand up first. If I may step forward. Step forward. And I want her to willingly and happily pass on that chain to me. Thank you very much. Can I request Wilson to step forward? And can I request the incoming AG to step forward as well? Wilson will be making my remarks later. But at this point, allow me just to say that you are voted into this office a couple of years back by members of this club because in you they found many unique qualities, and I know Jen mentioned a few of them here. And so the club here believes that Wilson, as 18th president, will raise Sunrise Kampala Club to even greater heights. Now my honor and privilege, the support of our state governor, if we may all stand up, to install Wilson Ibuka Bossa as the 18th president of the Rotary Club of Sunrise, Kampala. Members, I give you your president for the year 2023-2024. Thank you. Now, in conducting business of this club, you need a lot of tools. And to begin with, you need a bell to ensure discipline during meetings and order. So please receive this, and if you can help and just. Wilson, you are receiving a club in good standing. And you are given this charter certificate for safe custody. And we expect you to bring it back exactly 12 months from today. If along the way you fail to maintain this club in good standing, this certificate will be withdrawn. It's therefore your responsibility to maintain us as a going concern as a club. I now hand over this to you. Thank you.
President Betty, take us through at least our song to.
He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And so says all of us. And so says all of us. And so says all of us. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And no one can deny.
We can resume our seats. And I told you at the beginning that we have got a 2-in-1. We now go to the other part of today's momentous historic event in the year, which is induction of our new members. And I would like to request, since there are quite a number, the introduction of the new members, their biography, is done in an abridged form. The details will come to us later. We can have that done in an abridged form because there are quite a number, and we are mindful of time. But I think the breakfast will be ongoing. Can I request again President Jane to, in a summary, I know it will be not easy, but you introduce our members to be inducted.
Thank you once again, MC. All protocol observed. This is going to be very short because if you have this magazine, our prospects are all here and all their details are included. But so far in the house, I see only 2 that are looking at me right now. Thank you for making good time. I know that the 3rd one is on the way. So the rest may not make it for this induction because I haven't been able to get in touch with them this morning. But as of last evening, they had agreed to be here. I'm going to introduce all of them so that if one comes along the way, they can all get inducted. The first one is Stella Namboze Damulira, who is a clinical nutritionist and basically happily married to Mr. Damulira. The second one is Josephine Nakatude, who is here. Nakatude, you could come forward. She's a hospital instructor at Powcrest Hospitality Training Institute in Garuga, a customer service attendant at Ken Lloyd Logistics, holder of a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management from Strathmore University in Nairobi, and is here to join us this morning. I want to welcome you. Thank you. And then the next one is Andrew Ivan Musitwa, our own son. For those of you, please step forward. For those of you who remember our member, the late Elizabeth Kaziro. This is her son. So we agreed at the funeral. Actually, I did talk to him at the funeral, and he accepted that he will come and join us to continue his mother's legacy. He is a businessman, a director, and IT specialist at Lawi Business Center and at Finest IT Solutions Limited. Happily married to Maureen Musitwa, blessed with 4 lovely children, very excited to join the Rotary family, looking forward to an extensive networking, learning, serving others, and having fun. The 4th one Welcome, Ivan. The fourth one is Allen Rona Namirim, who is into advertising. And basically, she's a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work from Makerere University. She currently works with Scanad Uganda, an advertising company. And I think I forgot to mention her sponsor is AP Placid. AP Placid, thank you. And she's learned a classification of advertising services. Her mentor will be myself, Jane Kabugo. For Stella Nambozi, the sponsor is Rotarian Dr. Christine Vilyabalema. Thank you so much for sponsoring somebody new. And her mentor will be Margaret Kasekende. Josephine Naka today has been brought to us by Rotarian Judith Babide. Where is Rotarian Judith Babide? Yes, and I think you have another one you have brought on board. Thank you, Judith, for sponsoring this one. Ivan Andrew Mositwa was sponsored by myself, and he's launched a classification of IT services. The mentor will be AP Placid Sekamati. And the mentor for Josephine will be Rotarian past President Monica Mugisha. Where are you? Yes, this is going to be you. Then for Rona, the classification is advertising service, and I will be the mentor. Next, we have James Sebandeke, a customs officer in charge of records and registries in Uganda Revenue Authority, a holder of a postgraduate diploma in records and information science from UMI. Married to Jane Sebandeke, and together we have been blessed with 2 girls and 3 boys. Has a passion for music and is a choir leader in Chitintale Christian Fellowship Church in Mutungu. Enjoys making friends and networking as well as sports, most especially football. So for James, again sponsored by Judith Babide. Thank you, Judith. Classification will be customs records and registration services. And the mentor will be past President John Chiwanuka. Where is past President John? Okay. So now these ones are not here. Currently, the only 2 that are here are these 2. So I request our guest of honor to proceed with these ones. Thank you so much.
So we have Josephine and Ivan, right?
The sponsors and mentors, please come and join and be around while your people are being. If you have family members around, like for me, the one I'm sponsoring, I'm the mother. So
I'll just make some very brief remarks because, again, we have one hour in which to pack everything. And after that, I'll request Tusu to step forward. There's no free breakfast. And I'll also request this governor nominee designate, GK, to step forward as well. These 2 friends of mine will be doing the formal induction, but for me, I'll just make a few remarks. One is that I'm very happy for this club. Members, as you know, whatever does not grow actually dies. And so the fact that this club has continued to grow is a very good sign about the future of this club. And allow me at this point to thank all the members, to thank the leadership, president, and all the members. You could see the people who are really doing the good job down there for this excellent job. I think we need to clap for them. To our 2 inductees here, the message is very simple from me. This is about the best choice you made in your lives. You are joining an organization that believes in leaving the world a better place than they found. And therefore, as Rotarians, we share our vital resources to make impact in the world. After all, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life to some of us is about creating a meaning into other Rotary does that. You could have done a lot as an individual, but you do much more when you become a Rotarian because you join a big group of people and therefore the impact is great. With those few remarks, allow me to request Tusu, who will of course be inducting the lady. You know, Tusu is a ladies' man, and GK, GK will induct Ivan. And your first man.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, Joseph Inaka, to welcome you to this wonderful club. There's a bit of history, by the way, in this current moment. Can I request someone to abandon the breakfast line and come up here for a moment? Stephen Manje will also come and stand here. I can also give orders. Charter President. Charter President. Now you did. Yeah, okay, Mike is always welcome, but the historical moment is different. The historical moment is that Sam Mwanje was part of the start of this club, special representative. The special moment is that Stephen Mwanje was district secretary when the club started. The special moment is that I was governor when this club started, and therefore Naka today it couldn't be better. But of course, Mike, don't sit down. And the other special moment is that Mike was joining Rotary at that time when this club started. So you have got a convergence of blessings, both of you. Musitwa, somebody will talk about, but that name is also from Busoga. It's from the royal clan of Bukoli. I don't know where you got it from. Geoffrey will tell you that Musitwa is the royal name in Bukoli. So you have got a linkage to Busoga as well. Therefore, it is my pleasure, Joseph Inaka, today to welcome you to Rotary. It's a wonderful organization. This is a wonderful club. You couldn't have done better. Yeah, and therefore, it is my pleasure to give you this Rotary pin. And this pin, wherever you go, makes a statement about you as an individual. It is sometimes forgotten. It talks about us being people of integrity, willing to serve the community, dedicated to humanity. We sometimes forget these things because we think it is an opportunity for self-aggrandizement, but it is not. And all people standing here see it as that one. So please, serve Rotary faithfully as a Rotarian. As always, when I induct a new member, the treasurer will come for the first $100 to enable you on your Rotary Foundation journey. So treasurer, please see me next week. And congratulations and welcome to Rotary. Along with that, I'm sure I've been taken through this already. Your membership certificates, as long as you fulfill the membership requirements. And all those are fully paid up. And some of the guiding statements we make in Rotary, the four weights, the object of Rotary, the declaration of Rotarians, business and professions. These things are serious to us. It's not about show. It's about what we are deep inside. So congratulations and welcome to Rotary.
Thank you very much. Ivan, I think I better stand here, but my senior has also said all the words. So Ivan, I'd like to welcome you to Rotary. It's good to hear that you are here to keep your mother's legacy. And the Rotary mother you've got is a wonderful Rotarian who will actually mentor you and make sure that your Rotary journey is good. As my seniors have said, Rotary is an organization that is there to support several causes in the community. And of late, we've seen a transformation of this organization to use IT services. So you're joining Rotary and being loaned a classification of IT services will go ahead to strengthen our use of IT services in delivering services. But most important, you're welcome, you're a young man. And as we say that Sunrise needs a lot of diversity and equity inclusion as far as men are concerned. And on behalf of the governor and all my seniors here, we shall welcome you to Rotary. Thank you. So Ivan, I put this pin on you as a symbol that you've actually joined Rotary, and say sign wherever you go, whenever you prove that you should be wearing it, that you are part of a great organization that is changing lives around the world. And in this amazing year, you've joined amazing members as part of your family, and we look forward to being a great Rotarian. You're welcome. I also give you this certificate of membership, and you've been loaned the classification of IT services, and we look forward to using this classification to strengthen Sunrise, but also promote the works of Rotary wherever you go. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I don't hug, so don't hug fail men, but you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, our DJ. And yes,
We have a third person, and I think his coming late was deliberate because he wanted the highest person to do it. Can I now request our governor, Dr. Mike Kennedy Sebalu, to induct Mr. Sevandeke? If you may step forward.
this is James Sevandeke. You have already been introduced.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our guest of honor, I do recognize your presence and subordinate myself under your supreme authority. Good morning, friends. Good morning, amazing Rotarians. Yeah, I've been following online because this is my club. And I had to make it a point to attend in person. So I really want to congratulate my president, and I want to confirm that she has been truly amazing. And on a day like this, handing over and you give a bonus to your incoming president is the best gift you can give to a president when he's sworn in. And the way it has been done, after the president has assumed the office, he has started duty by growing the club. That is amazing. Thank you for being that generous. So, Tebandeke, I want to decorate you with this lapel. I want to decorate you with this lapel pin. Put it on every single day. Consider yourself inappropriately dressed if you ever stepped out of the house without it, because Rotary needs to account for you on a full-time basis. So having it on identifies you as a service-oriented person, someone who believes and cherishes the four-way test, someone who does good in the world. And to do good in the world, you have to be good. And to be good, you have to live up to the four-way test. I do hereby welcome you and present you to this audience as the newest Rotarian on earth. But one small statement I want to make is really to appreciate this young man, Ivan. I love the idea of you following up the footsteps of your mother. This has been very common in the politics. Yeah, it has been common when someone passes on, the son or the daughter is fronted. I think it is not a bad idea to have it in Rotary as well. Thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you very much, our guest of honor and all the presiding governors who have led this occasion of adding on to the numbers of Rotary Club of Sunrise, Kampala. Before we proceed, let me appreciate our sponsors. One of our lead sponsors for today's event is Stanbic Bank Uganda. Stanbic Bank is one of our lead sponsors. And commercial break, I would say, they have a team which will take you through applying for the Flex Pay application. They want to bring banking nearer to you through the digital. Spare some time as you get out to appreciate Stanbic Bank Uganda. We appreciate the continued support from Mandela Mirrors. They are our traditional sponsors for. We thank all of you who have bought the cards. I would like to declare here that as chairperson, we have been humbled by members of Sunrise Club Kampala who have contributed towards the cost. They all contributed more than 50,000, which was the initial card. All of 100%. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the people who have given us advert for the magazine. They are in. Kindly, we appreciate. I decided to do this in the middle because people who have supported us need to be appreciated. This installation is also a breakfast fundraiser. So we go to the next agenda item, which is for us to hear from President Wilson Chibuka Bosa. And then the guest of honor will give remarks later.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Our dear guest of honor, amazing District Governor, Honorable Dr. Mike Sebalu, District Governor-elect in absentia, Edward Kakembo Nsubuga, District Governor and District officials present, visiting, Rotarians, and guests, fellow Sunrisers, and my dear family present. Ladies and gentlemen, let us first thank the Almighty God who has enabled us to assemble in such numbers to witness this very important transition from imagining Rotary to creating a hope in the world. Proverbs 16:9 says, "The heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." Let me in a special way welcome all of you in your various capacities to this occasion. Thank you for sparing your precious time to attend this installation event. In particular, our dear guest of honor, Stephen Mwanje. My lecturer, a work colleague in the financial industry, as well as a family friend. Governor Honorable Dr. Mike Kennedy Sebalu and past District Governor Francis Tusubira, whose names are synonymous with the RC Sunrise Kampala journey this far. Governor Edward Kakembo Nsubuga, I stand here today as a foot soldier for creating hope in the world, pledging my support and commitment to serve humanity under the umbrella of my Rotary Club Sunrise Kampala. So help me God. was a matter of time to join Rotary. Probably I could have become a charter member of RC Sunrise Kampala when it was formed in 2006. However, my former administrative assistant, then MGP Betty Walusimbi Mulisa, and my former boss, charter president Jane Kabale, fronted the idea to me at a times challenging. I was in the middle of managing a transition from one department, Stanbic Bank International Operations, to its other huge operations support, which by then had just been handed over to me by none other than Charter President Jane Kabale. It was during the Rotary year 2012-2013 that Rotarian Past Assistant Governor MD Jane Nankabirwa Kabugo penetrated my defenses, convinced me to joining Rotary. It's worth noting that MD Jane was also then my boss on the Stanbic Bank Africa Core Banking Project. I had been co-opted as a team lead to manage changes affecting payments, operations modules as part of changes to its main banking platform. Thank you for identifying in me the requisite values of serving humanity. Since I joined Rotary in 2013, I've been privileged to serve the club twice as a secretary in 2015-16, 2016-17, prior to my retirement from the bank as a project manager. I have also served as a club administrator, presidential nominee, during the change-making year 2021-2022, ushering me into an amazing year, 2022-23, as president-elect. Thank you, our President Rachel Dunguruwa, All-Star President John Kabengwa Chiwanuka, Changemaker President All-in-One Tate, for mentoring me and coaching me to follow your footsteps, serve this mighty platinum club. I also take this opportunity to appreciate my family, whose support, both evident and covert, has enabled my effective participation as well as documentation of Rotary activity events, and particularly through the lens of a camera. Our strategic focus. Our activities will be synchronized with the Rotary International mission and vision statements as cascaded down through District 9, 2, and 3 as we indulge in the Rotary 7 areas of focus. I am encouraged that quite a number of our members have spread their wings at the district level. Membership. Like the PDG Stephen said, anything that doesn't grow dies. We will strive to recruit a diversity of classifications of new members as we nurture every member to stay. We will encourage everyone to participate in the activities of the club, and we will make a deliberate effort to align our goals with that of the District 9213. The Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Foundation is the engine that transforms all gifts donated to it into service projects that changes lives both close home and around the world. We will educate and persuade our members to give to the foundation as well as Polio Plus. Our target is to ensure that RC Sunrise Kampala isn't a zero giving club, but an all giving club. Utilization of global grants. We will pursue the global grant application in the pipeline to adopt a village in Kalasa, in Luero district as we plan a second phase, adopt a village in Ndwadem. Service projects. Service projects are the core of activities that bring Rotary to the very heart of the communities that benefit from the service. We improve the livelihood of communities as we address the Rotary 7 areas of focus. We will uphold running projects as well as implement new ones, and particularly the boy-child signature project. Public relations. The opinion that our communities have of our club, its members and activities, is what builds the brand of our club. We will apply all the tools available to portray our club in unadmirable light to the public. We will endeavor to improve our ability to broadcast our events live to the world so that RC Sunrise fellowships are internationally attended. Youth services. We recognize that Rotary develops next generation of leaders by putting in place programs to help young leaders build leadership skills, expand education, and learn the values of service. We will increase our visibility in supporting youth programs. As I accept to take office, the incoming board and myself wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the outgoing amazing President, Blessed Maria Sekamata, and the entire outgoing board for the astounding contribution during the Imagine Rotary year as exhibited in all the activities they have undertaken thus far. We are standing here today to take office as a result of the smooth transition put in place by AP Placid and her team. We thank the outgoing Assistant Governor, Aubrey Agaba, for the unwavering support to the amazing president, as well as the club during the year coming to its close. He is handing over the mantle to the incoming Assistant Governor, Rotarian Dr. Christine Nalwadalutu, whom we are so glad to receive. In the same vein, I would like to thank the past 16 presidents for their contribution blocks, as well as holding fort as subsequent presidents take charge of serving humanity. Special thanks to the charter president, Jane Kabale, who laid the foundation block on which RC Sunrise stand on today. The Sunrise Club is constituted by members from different backgrounds, endowments, and therefore varying needs and expectations from the club. They each have a unique calling to serve humanity, and hence their collective contributions is what makes RC Sunrise Kampala what it is. I have great faith in all my fellow club members to resourcefully continue supporting the activities of the club. Finally, allow me to wholeheartedly thank the Chairman Installation Organizing Committee, Rotarian, past President, Fred Mugisha Bantu, all committee members, and the Chief Editor of the Installation Magazine, Rotarian Assistant Governor David Samuel Semakula, for bringing this event to fruition. is currently flying back to Melbourne. Ian Catherine. Ian Catherine Itakwe Onjima, Kampala. P.E. Joseph Lure, President-elect, and Executive Plan, is now currently on special duty in Germany. Immediate past president, immediate past president, Nasib Sekamate, who is now going to be our flag trainer. Rotarian Sandra Echan Elobu, who is the flag secretary. Rotarian Regina Suna should be our flag trainer. Rotarian Sandra Lubanga Kapwa, Sergeant at Arms. Unfortunately, as we are approaching this event, he lost a family member. We all on her. Rotarian River Karungi, Assistant Club Secretary. Rotarian Nicholas Taifa, Assistant Club Treasurer. Rotarian Harriet Katsafi, Assistant Club Administrator. Rotarian Kambwa, Sergeant at Arms. I would like to introduce my presidential advisors. I would like to introduce my presidential advisors. MD Jane Kabogo, PP Fred Mugisha Bantu, and past Assistant Governor David Semakula. These are the list of committee chairs and assistants. Changemaker President Pauline Wantate is membership. PP Monica Mugisha, Service Projects. Rotarian Goretti, Rotary Foundation Chair. Rotarian Ashley Rebecca Natkunda, Chair Public Image. Rotarian Bernard Kawere, Chair Youth Services. Rotarian Catherine Biravwa, Chair Family of Rotary. Rotarian Judith Sekito, Procurement. Senior Counsel, Rotarian Hodge Semakula. Rotarian Imelda Nalubawa, Chair Monitoring. Rotarian Agnes Nanos Kamya, Assistant Chair Membership. Rotarian Catherine Naiga Sekirai, Assistant Chair Service Projects. Rotarian Robin Anganwa Lukwago, Assistant Chair Rotary Foundation. Rotarian Mere Chikoni Tuino Mwanya Barahukwa, Assistant Chair Family of Rotary. Rotarian Gerard Mukisha, Assistant Chair Procurement. And Pepe John Chwanuka, Assistant Chair Monitoring. Ladies and gentlemen, since we have the magazines available, you'll get the full list of all our club officers with their faces. That is the team we are going to run this club. As people have put faith in us, we will deliver this club to greater heights. So help us God. Thank you.
Welcome our president and the team that's going to work with him. Members, I requested to give us some 15 more minutes. We're already past 8, but we really beg and seek for indulgence that will give us 15 minutes as we wind up. On the next item on the agenda will be the outgoing Assistant Governor Aubrey to introduce incoming Assistant Governor Christine, who will introduce our guest of honor who had already made remarks. I think he will conclude. I think you will just conclude. I know you gave remarks twice. I think you will just conclude, and then we move to ending.
Thank you, PP Fred. I'll be very brief. My comments, remarks are all in the magazine. If you see my face, it's one of the first pages there. But just to say, it was amazing to serve with you, my DG and amazing President Placid. My role is simple, and in the interest of time, I'll introduce our incoming support officer. For Kampala Area 12, I've been an assistant governor in that role with 5 clubs. I've seen President Justin here of Nakasero Central, and I was expecting the other president to come and escort Placid as she leaves. But there's Naguru, of course, Sunrise, Kampala, Tinda Metro, and Sunshine. Those are the 5 clubs in Kampala Area 12 that Rotarian Christine will be taking over. So Rotarian Christine here, as you can see, she's been a Rotarian for so many years. In fact, more than 26 years. 7 of those, she spent them as a Rotary actor, and later, about 19 years, she has been a member of Rotary Club of Kololo. So she's a seasoned Rotarian for that matter. She comes in support in this role as an assistant governor. She's a generous giver. She's a major donor, as if you can observe her pin. Rotarian Christine is a good fellow. She's a family woman. She's married to one or two for so many years, again over 26 years. She really means business. But she's also a professional public health expert. She's a head of department at Makerere University School of Public Health, where she's also a senior lecturer there. But she's a well-educated. She's not just an MD, a major donor, but she's also a doctor. And doctor in this case, I mean both a physician, but as well as academic. She graduated a PhD from one of the universities of Karolinska in Sweden. That is prior to his public health and dental bachelor's degree from Makerere University. So she's well scholared, well schooled, and she's a very good, jolly fellow. Rotarian Christine, as I mentioned, hails from the Rotary Club of Kololo, and she'll be supporting us. I'm very sure for the last few months, she's been a very familiar face in this club. And so please welcome her and accord her full support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our incoming AG Christine. Thank you, people.
You invite our guest of honor to give his remarks. Summarize his remarks, in fact.
Thank you so much, Rotarian MC. All Rotarians, all protocol observed. I'm very privileged to be the incoming assistant governor for this club. I pledge to work with the president and his board to see that we achieve the goals that Sunrise has set. And thank you so much. I can see PE Jovet, just wave. She's from Nakasero Central, and the other presidents that we are going to be working with as Zone 12. I've just been, I cannot fail to recognize our DG, Honorable Dr. Mike Sevalu. Thank you for joining us. And at this point, let me take this honor to invite PDG Stephen Mwanje, our chief guest, to say your closing remarks.
Thank you very much, my good friend Christine. Governor Mike, we are so happy to have you. We're missing you until you came in. And again, I recognize the protocol. People have been recognized before. I stand on that protocol. MC, don't worry about me. I can give remarks in 2 hours. I can compress the same remarks in 5 minutes. That's what I will do. For those who know me, they know I can do that very well. So I'm here very happy on this function for many reasons. I love Kampala, Sunrise Kampala. But as you, As you may have learned from the remarks of the incoming president, I've known him for many years. We knew each other when we were still small boys at campus. But me, I was in a privileged position. I was a lecturer. He was my student. And so I know him that long. So I know the person I'm talking about. So I'm very happy and thank you very much for honoring me with this invitation to preside over your function. And congratulations, Wilson. As a club, Sunrise is a special club. Did you know that Sunrise is one of the very few clubs that has never on any single occasion struggled or appeared on that list of defaulters for dues? Did you know that? 15 years, but many big clubs, I don't mention them here, keep on going there and off, and the governor sends people, go there, talk to them. Hey, what's happening? This club is going off the list. It has never happened to Sunrise. Sunrise does big things. My trouble is them, they do them quietly. You know, I was blown away when I went to Ndwademutwe to see what they had done to a community very near to my home. You talk about giving hope, but there's no better way of giving hope to people than actually giving them a lease to life. You see, it totally transform the community, and that is Sunrise for you. Very few clubs do this. Other clubs make more noise than work. Sunrise does more work than noise. So on that basis alone, allow me to thank all the past presidents of this club. You have all been exceptional leaders. Because leadership is action. And I want to end up my remarks by really advising Kusibire Ntanda Wilson. Leadership is not management. The two are totally different, though they are a bit related. And I keep on telling people always that no one is a leader until your appointment is ratified in the minds of the people you lead. What does that mean? It means it's not about you. Your leadership will soon be known at the end of this year, depending on how you treated these people, depending on how the community is transformed. You can have a position. What you have done today is not make Wilson a leader. No. You voted him. I came to confirm that Wilson is your president. You gave him a position. That's not bad. But what you gave to Wilson was an opportunity for him to grow into leadership. You never made him a leader. When I was installing him, in a way, I was giving him a blank piece of paper and a pen. And in a way, I was telling him, Wilson, now start writing down how you plan to lead the people. The choice is yours, Wilson. You can choose to become a tyrant in the club, but the president. But at the end of the day, people are going to judge you as to whether you are their leader or not are there. You can be a president, but not the leader in the club. Because leadership is influence. Leadership is not a right. It's a privilege, which you must earn continuously. That's clear. And therefore, when you are here as a president, I'm telling you, Wilson, you'll see this very soon, that you want something to happen by this club. You tell them, can you go to Kalasa? And some or only people turn up. But when somebody else, who has no position in this club, sends a message, everybody shows up. Then that person is the leader. Let's separate these two things. Leadership is not titles. No. Actually, one author once said that the letters before and after somebody's name are like a tail of a pig. It has no impact on the taste of the bacon. You can call yourself whatever title you want. It doesn't matter. It's the action. How do you influence people? How do you touch people? These are volunteers. They pay their money to come here and serve. How do you treat them? How do you make them feel good? One author one time said, when I talk to someone, when I talk to a manager, I get the feeling that he's very important. But when I talk to a leader, I get the feeling that I'm very important. You can see the difference. It is how you make people feel that you can get the best out of them. And therefore, as I wrap up, I want to give you a few tips. The first one is, please, Wilson, as much as possible, always put on the lens that will enable you to see the best out of everybody. There's nobody in this world who is perfect. Not even you, anyway. So to search for perfection, you're looking for trouble. So work with everybody you found, because you didn't choose who becomes the sunrise. You weren't even the charter president anyway. You found members here. So you can't decide, I'm going to work with one and not this one. That's not you. When you become a leader, you must get the best out of people. And I tell people again that you can like people you don't lead, but you can never lead the people you don't like. So it doesn't matter whether they like you or not, and they don't have to like you anyway. They don't have to. What matters to you is the best you can pick out of them to turn Sunrise Kampala into the club, to turn the communities of Ndwadde-Mutwandi, Kalasa, and others into model communities. And then we shall go back and say, yes, Wilson, you were our leader, not just a president. The next tip, beyond just having lenses, is again, please don't search for perfection. People here are doing their best. Maybe in your own way, their best was good enough. But who are you to judge them? What makes you think that your scale is the best, most universally accepted? What matters, everybody here is doing his or her best to serve. And therefore, you as their leader, what you need to do is get those, support them, inspire them to serve better. The other tip I want to give you is the importance of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Try to be in charge of your emotions all the time. Never lose your head when you become a leader. This is easier said than done. We've been there before. I've gone through this myself several times. But try it. I tell leaders, please, if you can, something upsets you here, you're in a body meeting, somebody makes a nasty comment or email or WhatsApp, learn to put your head in the fridge. Go home and sleep over an issue. Don't respond immediately. Sometimes even silence is better communication. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means you should know when to say what. God gave us one lip and 2 ears. I don't think God was stupid, because he's expecting us to listen twice as much as we talk. And unfortunately, when we become leaders, we think we know it all. We are talking all the time. You call a meeting, 60% of the time you are talking. Why? Learn to ask those questions to get answered. Let people participate. Let people feel important. Let people feel valued. You're not the most intelligent. People are just quiet there. They have the solutions. And the final, as I wrap up, is please watch your tongue. I always tell people, when you become a leader, this tongue has no bone. Very funny, small tissue, but can break the hardest of hearts. A simple comment made innocently at one time will kill people. They don't deserve that. Sometimes we say things in anger. But please, when you become a leader, learn to control that anger. If you got nothing good to say about somebody, don't say anything. That's a guiding principle. If you think you've got nothing to say, because there are people you find every time they're sitting with you at what? That one is it. Oh my God. They never see any good in people. Really? Really? My appeal to Wilson as a leader now, please don't speak ill about anyone. If you have nothing good to say about people, don't say anything. Thank you for listening to me.
I believe we all agree he deserved a standing ovation. Thank you. Can take us. The words are not for Wilson. Our guest, chief guest, the words were for all of us. I'm sure even those who are practicing it was a refresher. We reserved one moment at the climax, and that's President Wilson unveiling to us the first family. It was deliberate on our program that Wilson kindly unveiled to us the first family for the year, and they can have the photo moment. So Wilson and the guest of honor and the Governor Mike will join you in that photo, which should keep in your room, the first family. Please unveil to us the first family.
Thank you very much, MC. I would like to introduce Justin and Norman, who have accompanied me to this occasion to represent all the members of the family. By the way, wherever they are paying special watch on the activity here. Some are outside the country and some are up country. But Justin, who allows me to join this Rotary every time Rotary needs me, is here today. Norman, I think the majority of you might be knowing him. He has always been a sunriser to support the activities we have this far done. Thank you.
President Wilson, join the first family and the guest of honor and the Governor Mike. Have that. We want that photo. We want that photo. We need it. The first family for the year. That's going to be our first family. Rotary Club of Sunrise. We need to accord them with the presidential hospitality. Norman, you used to take the photo. This time you are the recipient. And Norman is good at storytelling. He said he's going to write a wonderful story for us, which will appear in the Rotary magazine. So, yeah, thank you. Don't they look wonderful? They look wonderful. They look wonderful. They are made. They are hope creators. I know, Placid, the amazing is, I don't know whether hope creation and the amazing, which is better, but they are all they are all great. They are all wonderful. Thank you. We want to appreciate all the hope creators who are incoming presidents who have graced this occasion. Can you stand up for recognition? They are quite a number. And I request, there is a president who used to lead Uganda who used to use the word that we shall revenge. We shall revenge. You can take your seats. We shall revenge. We will definitely attend. And there is one at Koloro. In the evening, we said we're going to have a breakfast and then we'll have dinner at Koloro. So we start with today. Governor Mike, we're going to support all the activities of people who come to support us. Will definitely go and respect the goodwill that they have shown. So we are coming to the end. Let me take the singular honor of appreciating and chief guest, the past presidents of this club. Please stand up for recognition. And you try to have a look, including Placid, you are also a past president. If you have a look around the room, there are a few males. So President Wilson, kindly, we welcome you to have joined us, although you are, so that the numbers can be balanced. Yeah, so you can have your seat. And then, before we have the final, the vote of thanks and the final toast, I remember, chief guest, you used to challenge us that can't we diversify the classification in this club? At the time of charter, you agree with me, charter president Jane Kabare, the bankers constituted about slightly more than a third. Bankers and former bankers. Today's induction, the classification is diversified. Over time, we have diluted the concentration of bankers and former bankers. But having bankers who had integrity, they were seasoned, helped the club go through infant mortality for the last 17 years. The virtues that we had as bankers helped the club to grow. But now we are diversified, so you shouldn't worry about our classification. Now we are diversified. Let me call upon one of our newest, but very active Rotarian, Dr. Bidiabarema, to give a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Pipi Mugisha. You informed me yesterday about giving a vote of thanks, but since it was you, I had to obey. As a by the way, you are saying there are too many females. The other day I was reading an article where they are saying the Y chromosome, if you know men come from the Y chromosome, that in 1 trillion years from today it will have disappeared. So we are going to have no men, maybe. But let's move on. So use the time while you're still around. Now, I'd like to thank our guest of honor who agreed to come and preside over this meeting. Thank you for the words of advice to Wilson. You know, I think in Uganda you are the ones who say when they are giving advice to a child, the others must listen in. We were listening in, and I thought your advice cuts across to all of us. Fellow Rotarians, guests, Governor, District Governor, Honorable Mike Severu, and other governor from other assistant governors and past governors, past presidents, and district officers. I'd like to, at this juncture, to thank past President Placid, amazing President Placid. She certainly pulled all of us together. At some point, you'd see her stressed by our slow response. And I think some of us are sluggards, but she did manage to get us gently from some of us from our hideout to come and participate. I'd also like to thank the Sunrisers. The Sunrisers have been amazing and for supporting our current president, Wilson Bosa. And thank all of you for bringing in new members, because that's how we were brought in. I would also like to thank our sponsors. Stanbic has been thanked, but there are others, Mandela Millers, Just Katogo, Fanatic Finance Advisor, Zabu, Royal Victoria House, it's a hospitality business, and GIMS Catering Services. If you've bought the magazine, you'll find all these there and what they are doing, and you'll be able to look them up. Thank you, visitors from other clubs, for joining us and making this a memorable occasion. Thank you very much.
You all agree that we have a very good incubator for leaders. President Bidiawarima growing slowly. Dr. Bidiawarima growing steadily, in very good footsteps. In a few years, when the men have done their part, she will come again to be elected president. So, some announcements. One of them, we are going to have photo moment. The past president, please, been asked, you have to stay here. Kindly join me to appreciate services of our chief editor, who always volunteers. President David Semakula, stand up for recognition. Despite having had some poor health the last week, you did a wonderful job. We appreciate, and we don't want to take you for granted for the time you always take to put out. So can we have our final toast? And thank you for being wonderful people. I mean, it's been all of us are still around. It's very wonderful people. There's cutting of the cake, and then we'll have the final toast. My name's once again Fred Mugisha Bantu. I doubled as the chairman organizing committee. And for the benefit, some of you who sometimes see some symptoms of leadership, my first supervisor after university was none other than Mr. Rotarian Past Governor Stephen Mwanje. Fresh from schools, he started infusing into me leadership skills, a bit of oratory skills. Now he's giving me a dose of listening 3 times. So, President Bossa, Placid, the assistant governors, the guest of honor, join us to cut the cake. We celebrate the cake, then we have the final toast. Then we have the photo moment. Pauline, I think, who is in charge of the cake, come take us through the cake. Then we cut the cake, we enjoy it. We have the photos. Don't forget, as you get out, Goretti, is the team for FlexPay available? Yeah, they're available. On the way out, spare a minute to register for FlexPay. DJ, can you put a good number that is the usually? DJ, put a number that is congratulations at the cut the cake. DJ, as you wait, can we cut the cake? Look like DJ is taking a bit of time. Let's cut the cake. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Bring it in. Black shines.
I'd like to suggest that in the course of the year, we lost one of our own, Rotarian Elizabeth. Just let's stand up 1 minute of silence to remember the late Elizabeth Kaziro. May the angels keep our Elizabeth as she rests in eternal peace. Over to you, President Wilson.
Fellow Rotarians, visiting Rotarians, and our guest, our district governor, our chief guest, for this wonderful fellowship this morning that has ushered in a new president for the Rotary year 2023-2024. We toast to the Rotary International, Rotary the world over.
We still have magazines for sale.